fishing hole. Grab your hat, get your pole. Let's go fishing when you're in the mood.
Canadian Sport Fishing, brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Duckett Fishing, pro-driven. Raymarine Electronics, Raymarine, simply superior. Pro Sports Boats, tame the waters.
You know, when you're using a little ultralight minnow like this one, look, you got to make sure that there's no weeds on it. I am using a tiny snap, but it's very lightweight. It's not taking away from the action. Watch how this little Crappie Slayer rod casts. It's amazing. That's like, say, 50, 60 feet. With the light lure, that's pretty good. It's probably because of the braid. I've got that 832 braid on, because it comes in very low weights now, which is perfect for spooling on an ultralight outfit. And then I have a fluorocarbon leader. But the nice thing is, so I can cover water, it casts really far. One more cast. There it goes. Boom. And surprise. I just took the boat out to make sure everything's working okay. And I headed into a shallow bay to see if there's any crappie around. And guess what? One of my favorite eating fish. This is a white perch. Some people say that they're silvery in color, some are more olive green. It really depends to me, you know, when you catch them. So this guy's an eater, but I'm going to let him go. I'm just having fun casting that small husky jerk. And this guy just nailed it. There's that little husky jerk. Look how bright that lure is. Isn't that a beautiful fish? And he's going to go back. And I'm going to keep working. White perch, much like white bass and some of the other panfish, tend to school. So I'm hoping that there's some more around. You can see the beautiful swans that are along the shore here. It's so peaceful. I'm only fishing in about 1 to 3 feet of water, and this husky jerk is going down just the right depth. Got to make sure I don't have any weeds on it. So I'm just casting and retrieving with my little Crappie Slayer rod. I'll tell you, I love this rod. It'd be nice if there was another fish in here. Ultralight bass. Twitching a minnow. Is he going to jump? What are you going to do, Mr. Bass? Let me get down here. I'm trying to grab all the fish by my hands. Yeah, got fooled. Are you going to hold on to it? At least a bass, you can open, you know, his mouth and get the hooks out. Look at, nice largemouth. He's going to go about 1.5. Oh, he's got a slice right there. Something went and got him. Okay, there he goes. He took off like a bullet. Have I told you that I'm having a blast fishing on ultralight this spring? We're early May, and I took the Pro Sports out more to see that everything was working properly. To be honest with you, I'm going to charge the electric trolling motor battery because I forgot to charge it last fall. But I was still able to fish, no problem. So what I'm doing, I'm using the, this is the Crappie Slayer. It's from Duckett. I'm using the small, this is a 5.5 foot ultralight, nice and flexible. And today I've been experimenting with some small micro crankbaits again. You know, I was fishing yesterday in a stream and getting pike. And I think I got 1 yellow perch. So I thought today, you know, I'd go out and fish shallow water, 1 to 2 feet. And I'm having a blast catching pike, catching bass. I had 1 slab crappie on, but it got off. Probably because I didn't set the hook hard enough in it. But what do you know? That's what happens, right? So I just wanted to tell you that now I'm a big fan of Suffix 832 braided line. I like it because it flies off the reel really nice, even in the heavier 20-30 pound test, which is about 8 to 10 pound monofilament diameter. But this is the light one. So like 8 pound Suffix 832 is like the line diameter of like 4-pound test. So it's really thin. It's perfect to use with an ultralight. And then what I do, because I've got a yellow line, I'm using a clear leader. It's probably about 2.5, almost 3 feet long. A small snap. You can probably see it right there that I'm using. Here, let me hang it like this. Small snap right there. That works really well. So I can change lures quickly. I mean, you can't tie the line directly, but I prefer to have a little snap on there. So because I've been experimenting, I started off with a Husky Jerk, and then I went with a Lil Minnow, which is the ultralight minnow from Rapala, and it works really, really good. So this time of the year, I'm trying to find panfish. And the problem is that they can be anywhere in these shallow bays, in anywhere from about 1 to 3 or 4 feet of water. So I'm primarily looking, believe it or not, for white perch, crappie, big rock bass, maybe some bluegill, pumpkin seed. And I only got that one white perch this morning, just heading off, starting up early. So I'm going to keep at it for a little bit longer. But I'll tell you what a change going from, a 7-foot or a 6.5-foot medium action bait caster or spinning outfit, or going to an ultralight rod like this. It is so much fun. Even when you get small fish on, like panfish, they fight like crazy. Look at the curve on this rod. Ooh, it's a pike. He ate it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy is right. I'm going to try walking to the back of the boat. I don't even have the net out, which is okay. I can try grabbing him. Oh good. I can see the little, that's the minnow, the ultralight minnow. Oh, careful. Timing is everything when you go to grab these fish. Oh, man. I tell you. Look at, good. I've got both hooks out. I've been messing around a lot with an ultralight this spring. The walleye and pike season just opened. Look at, nice pike. Beautiful fish. And I think he's going to take off pretty quick. What are you going to do, Mr. Pike? Are you playing a sleeper? There he goes. But I'm having fun just casting on ultralight. This is the ultralight minnow. This is the silver one. So you can see right there it says the Lil Minnow. I'll tell you what, it's a classic lure. Works great for trout, panfish, even pike. Is there largie? If I told you that I'm having a lot of fun fishing with an ultralight, I'm hoping, oh, front hook came out. I'm hoping I can lift him in the boat just by the leader. So he had the front hook in his mouth, and now he's just got that back hook tagged, which is pretty common when you're using a lure with one or more trebles. Let's see this guy. He's a monster when you're fishing an ultralight. Look it, here's the little ultralight. I'm going for some panfish, and these bass and pike keep getting in my way. But that's okay. Okay, bass, bye-bye. So I'm just fishing. My pattern is to fish small bays like this, where there's already young weed growth. The nice thing in Zone 20, which is part of Lake Ontario, there's a catch and release bass season right up until May 10th. So these bass that I'm catching, I'm not really targeting them, but it's okay to show them. Never get a weed on there, I got to take it off. I've seen one boat in one of the bays and a couple boats out in the open. They're probably walleye fishing. But I'm just having fun using these little micro baits like the little minnow, twitching it. You'll see when I get it closer, the flash it produces is pretty amazing. So the dark area, I don't know if you see it here, that's just young weeds coming out. I think that's where I got that last largemouth. I had one slab crappie on and it threw my hook. Can you believe that? But there wasn't a concentration of them. I think it was just the one single one. And he was cruising in open water. So I'm searching for a pod of slab crappies. I may not find them, but I'm sure going to have fun trying. Hit. Oh, I think it's a bigger bass. He's fighting pretty good. Oh yeah. on an ultralight, no less. You can hear that drag going. Oh yeah, he's a nice largemouth. Are you gonna jump again? Beautiful, man. Head shaking. You know, I think of what I normally use, like, you know, during the regular season, like a 7-foot medium rod with like 20-pound braid. And then I'm getting these beautiful fish here. And I'm using an ultralight. Come here. Don't shake when I'm trying to grab you, because I might get the hook in my hand. There. Yeah. It's a quality largemouth. I'm going to measure him, see if he's over 17 inches. So you don't really need a big bait to get a variety of fish. Okay, what's your guess? How big is he? 17, I'm guessing. Oh, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Look at the bright colors on him. You know, largemouth are part of the sunfish family. And look at how beautiful that fish is. Gorgeous. I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. Bye-bye, Mr. Largemouth. Today I've been having really good luck with the Ultralight minnow made by Rapala. So this is it here. You can see that it's got a nice slender body. It has a shallow running lip, but it'll go down to about 1 or 2 feet. So I have been catching some of the weeds when I've been fishing in shallow water. It's hard for me not to cover it up because it's so tiny. This is the other one that I like casting. So what I like about them is that they're made out of plastic. They have a lip that gives it a really nice wide wobble. They come with a split ring, so you can tie it directly to your line, or you can use a snap like I do. They just cast well. They're probably a neutral buoyancy minnow. Because they don't really go down, and they don't really float near the surface. You can get them down 1 to 3 feet. So what I do is either cast them out and retrieve them slowly, or I constantly pump my rod tip like this. I reel and I cast, so that it gives it a really jagged action from side to side with a lot of flash. You know, even in early May, when you get into some of the shallower bays, there's already algae blooming. And I found that even in here, that the water's not clear. The visibility is about maybe 6 to 8 inches. So, and that's good because, you know, the fish can be active throughout the day, especially the panfish. So I've got a goal in mind to catch some panfish. I love getting the bass and the pike and everything else, but I'm looking for those little big guys. How's that? Nice largemouth again. I'm liking this. Is he going to throw the hook? You can see the fish fighting, actually hitting the bottom, because I'm only in a foot of water. Because I'm trying to find panfish. Bass, what are you doing here? Oh, this guy's got a beauty mark right on his upper lip. Let's see if I can do this without using my pliers. Man, this is amazing. Maybe I can't because these hooks are so sharp and so tiny. Sticky. We're going to call them sticky sharp hooks. I'm glad this guy's not thrashing. Yeah, I'm fishing in like a foot of water, trying to find some panfish. And you can see that the water is pretty dark. Look at nice chunky largemouth. They're gorgeous fish. Okay, buddy, there you go. So the reason I'm using an ultralight crankbait is because when you get into some of the bigger panfish, whether it's bluegill or pumpkin seed, which most people call sunfish, or crappie or rock bass, they smash a little minnow like this because they get piscivorial the bigger they get.